Now, I would guess that most all of you would agree that you need a strategy in your organization. Most business leaders agree with this statement. I think you would also agree that competition is getting stronger. That's very true here in the Gulf region, where markets are opening, where competition is rising, where it's not so easy anymore just to be successful because you're here, because you have a history. You have to earn your success. And in order to earn your success, again, you need a strategy. And probably the need for strategy is greater today than ever before. I think we would all probably agree with that. But I have found, as I work with companies all around the world, I found something very remarkable. I found that actually most companies don't have a strategy. Everybody works hard. Everybody goes to the office every day. Everybody does many, many things. But there's really no strategy in any meaningful sense of that word. There's a lot of confusion today about strategy. There's a lot of management fads that have confused leaders as they think about how to build a strategy for their organization. So what I'd like to do today in this very little amount of time is to talk about this very, very basic question. Do you have a strategy for your organization? How do you tell? On what principles should the strategy be based? Is the strategy sustainable? Is it something that you're going to be able to maintain over time and maintain your success? It's these very basic questions that every one of us has to answer in our own organization. They're, in some sense, the essence of management. Now, if we can move our slides forward, let's start here. Why do companies have difficulty with strategy? Well, I think that probably the first reason that there's so much confusion about strategy is actually that many managers have a confusion about how to think about competition itself. The way you think about strategy has a lot to do with how you think about competition and the marketplace. Now, what I found as I've worked with companies around the world in many industries is that the most common way of thinking about competition is on the left of this slide. Managers think about competition as competing to be the best. It's very natural for managers to want to be the best company in their industry, the best real estate group, the best bank, the best distributor, the best automobile company. Many managers think that that's the job of competition, how to be the best. To understand what the customer's real needs are, to understand how to best organize production, that's the fundamental challenge of competition, how to be the best. This is a very natural way to think about competition. It's very natural because it kind of fits with many of the things that we often talk about, like sports. You know, when you have a sports competition, you want to be the best. You want to be the best football player. You want to be the best tennis player. So it's quite natural to think of competition in business as competition to be the best. However, what we found is that that's a very dangerous way to think about competition. Why is that? Well, first of all, in business competition, there is no best. There is no best way to be a bank. There is no best way to be an automobile company. It all depends on what needs you're trying to serve. Is BMW the best car? Well, it's a good car. It meets a certain set of customer needs. But Volkswagen is a good car too. It meets a different set of needs for a different customer. There is no best in business competition. That's the wrong question. In business competition, instead of thinking about the fact that your job is to be the best company, the proper way of thinking about competition is that your job is to create a unique company. A company that offers something different. A company that offers something unique in which it has an advantage over its competitors. If you think about competition as just trying to be the best, that often leads you to have a very destructive competition, where in order for you to succeed, your competitor has to fail. We find that any competition which is like that is a very dangerous competition. It's very, very hard to win. Instead, if you think about competition as how to make your organization unique and different, and to deliver something that the competitors can't offer, that creates a form of competition, actually, that's much more likely to lead to company success, as well as to benefit society, to produce unique products, to create unique value for the customer.